So you may know that cloud computing can help your business, but I guess the question, Patrick, is how does a business, whether it's a small business, medium-sized business, how do you pick the right cloud computing service?
That's tricky because it really depends on what it's for.
Okay,
so
all right.
Cloud computing is such a big, broad term. There are so many different components, so many different industries, verticals of programs that can help you. So is it for your operational system for your company? Is it core platforms? Is it things like, do you want to have a platform on premise or hosted in the cloud?
Right.
It really does depend. The easiest way to think about it is what provides you with obviously the goal and functionality of what you're trying to accomplish as a company. And what I mean by that is, if you are looking to shrink your physical hardware footprint on site, then yes, you're absolutely going to want to go cloud. If you have concerns about cloud security, as some people do, and you'd rather keep everything in-house, then you're going to want to stay on premise.
Okay.
Most people nowadays like to do a hybrid. So some stuff stays on premise, some stuff is cloud-based. It really just depends on what they're comfortable with going up into the cloud. Some folks, when it comes to compliance and regulation, it gets a little hairy, and some folks get a little bit cold feet, if you will.
Okay.
So it really does depend. But it really depends on the agility of your company as well. Do you want to be able to work from home? Do you want to have everybody in office? Is everybody fully remote? So it really depends on the structure. So it's more of a conversation of what makes sense for your organization as opposed to just picking and choosing, I want cloud here, cloud not here.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation about what makes sense for you and then build a solution that works.
It makes a lot of sense. It's got to start with you and what you want. You have to define what you want, really. It's also what it sounds like. And that does take the conversation discussion. It's almost like you guys are lawyers going the what if questions that people don't think to ask.
Yeah, you have to devil's advocate yourself quite a bit, thinking if we have everything on premise, well, what happens if we have a pandemic? If we go completely cloud, what happens if we want to have everybody in the office full time? Or what happens if our folks have slow internet connections at home? What happens if... So it's a lot of what if, and then coming up with a solution that makes the most sense and limits the risk.
Well, it sounds like, Patrick, and if you're watching, these guys aren't just about the tech end of stuff and making it happen. They're making sure what you're doing is the right thing to happen, and that's starts with a conversation. And best way for them to start the conversation with you would be what?
Give us a call, go to our website, starfishcomputer.com, or just walk into our building in North Olmsted, Ohio.
Thanks a lot, Patrick.
Absolutely.